If it wasn't already hard enough saving orbs for Tsukishima's individual month, you know, the best PP character in the game, it's now even more tough, especially those that do like Jugram, because he's coming back and he's dropping tomorrow morning. But on the bright side though, if you already have Tsukishima and you are in need of another OP PP character, in this case Jugram, this banner is actually very good. So yes lads, we finally have another full banner of just manga characters. The last time we saw something like this was obviously at the end of the year, with 1000 Year Battle around 14. But this is looking pretty good. So not only do you have, hopefully I'm saying the rounds right, I'm not going to actually try and guess the rounds, I forgot the numbers now, but this is round 3 with the Ichigo, Rukia and Renji, still pretty good characters, should hopefully see a increase of usability with the new power-up system, which we did actually talk about earlier in today's video. I do recommend checking that out. But we also have the Squad Zero banner featuring Tenjiro, Kiryu, and also Sanji Maro, and then you have Jugram's banner with Basby and Uryu. All very good characters, very rare characters to a certain extent too. They haven't come back all too often, but this is a banner for you lads if you want to summon. Now do keep in mind, as always, similar with Tsukishima's individual, now we're not really talking about that banner, but assuming you are wanting to summon on that, because I know a lot of people are, this banner and also Tsukishima's individual banner will be still out, while the end of month banner will be getting announced in game. So I would actually recommend most people, especially on this one because it does drop tomorrow, do the 50 orb multi. As always, you can see that it's 50 orbs. Do the first multi and save your orbs until you see what end of month is going to be, because it might be something that you want. And one thing to keep in mind, by the way, is that whatever does get announced at the end of month isn't going to replace whatever you're summoning for in this banner. I would assume that most people summoning on this banner and also Tsukishima's individual are summoning for Tsukishima and Jugram because you want the PvP characters, right? The character with the 10-second invincibility. Whatever comes out at the end of the month, whether it's massively hyped or not, they're not going to replace what Jugram and Tsukishima does, because I really doubt we're going to get another PvP character this soon. But nonetheless, it's still a very good banner, right? The only bad thing about this banner, as always, is the fact that it's the 50 orb multi at 3% rate, step 2 150 orbs 3% rate, step 3 200 orbs 4% rate, step 4 250 orbs 6% rate, and then step 5 is an 8% rate, which is actually pretty good because like all the fillers are good here. You're guaranteed a 5-star, and then it goes back to step 1 again, and you basically do that all the way to like step 31. So it can be good, can be bad, depending on how lucky you get, but nonetheless, it's still a good banner. The value is definitely there. There's no bad fillers. Like, technically, the worst characters you can pull here are 1000 Year Battle around 3 characters, and they're still all pretty much usable, especially Renji. He's definitely the best in the banner right there. And this Ichigo can be pretty useful in Guild Quest. He can be pretty useful if you can get some good skills onto him with the new update. But, you know, the Tenjiro's there. Tenjiro's a very good character. Let's just talk about them, right? Tenjiro, very, very good. SA1 is a lunge forward. SA2 is a beam. And SA3 is a 1125 width in front of him. Very good SA3. He can paralyze on everything. He does extra damage. He's basically 40% Berserker. And he also can revive. So he's actually a pretty good character for the Sober Week if you do want to use him there. Then you have Sanji Maro, a waifu. Very, very cool character, one of my favorite characters in the game. I really do like her gameplay. Beam SA1, Shield SA2, and a full screen SA3 with Havoc as well, so she does have that. She is also, now it's becoming a bit more common because a lot of other characters also have this. She can inflict Lacerate, and she does more damage to lacerated enemies, and she also increases the chance to inflict her status summons against Mind Arankas, which could actually be very useful for the upcoming Inheritance Trials, where the enemies, from the looks of it, are only one type, and obviously to actually do damage you want to inflict status summons. So if any situation in the future where you're going against the Inheritance Trials and they are Mind Arankas, like Sanji Maro is pretty much going to be one of the best characters for that week, which I actually like, because I actually very much like using this character. Then you have Kiryu. Now this character can actually be pretty good. She's definitely saw more usage with this new GQ out, the hard difficulty. Essentially, she's just a Nat character without guard break, right? That's the easiest way to sum her up. She has poise, she has a heal, and it's also a boost. So it's actually a pretty good SA2. Now, if you are someone that doesn't like using Nat characters without guard break, then this character isn't for you. But she is a very, very good character for the hard difficulty of GQ, especially if you do have a Mind Golden Chappie. I would have been using her, but I actually did go with Orihime just because she was a recharge character and I needed someone to stack the boost. But she's very good alongside Tokinada for the hard difficulty of GQ. Pretty much if you have Tokinada and this Kiryu, you should be able to beat the hard difficulty of the Rain Story per week. So if you are someone out there that can't do that, then this character might be someone worth picking up. She can be used in PvP and she's also useful in a Senkamon. So pretty good value. And then we have Uryu, right? So Uryu is actually a pretty fun and unique character. Really, really cool what they did with this character. So essentially, he has this skill, and he's the only character to have in the game, and he's probably going to be the only character to have it for a very long time. Status Element Reversal. So what this means is that if someone inflicts a status element on him, it gets reflected back onto the enemy, and Uryu heals HP. So it's a very cool mechanic, and something that isn't too OP, but it's just fun, and it reflects his Strift very, very well. So I really do like the character, although a lot of people say he's just kind of mid. His SA1 is a pushback range collision SA, his SA2 is a vortex, and his SA3 is a full screen 1200 red is SA3. So his SA3 is good, he can heal on his Soul Bomb. He's just a very safe character. He isn't someone that's going to clear content very, very fast, but he's fun, and he's safe, and that's all you can really ask for a character. Then we have Babsby, the man that actually voices Josuke. Really like this character, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't use this character all too much. I like Babsby, but I rarely ever use him outside of PvE, but he is good nonetheless. He has a Lunge SA1, a 960 SA2, and a Charge SA3, where he does do burn. I think I really do like his SA3. He has the increased chance to inflict the burn against power attribute Aronkas, which again could be useful in the upcoming Inheritance Trials, so someone that you might want to pick up just for that to make your life easier, but again, he probably won't be needed. He's just a fun character. If you like Babsby, then you should be going for him, right? I don't need to tell you not to go for him, or if you should be going for him, because you probably already decided that. And then obviously the main character, the one I'm assuming most people are selling it for, Jugram, was the best PvP character in the game, now the second best, now has a new best friend in the hands of Tsukushima, and if you are someone new to the game that wants to play PvP, this is probably the best time to start just for those two characters, right? Within 1 week, and they're both going to be at the same time, you're going to have the two best PvP characters on two different banners, so you do have to get lucky. But if you do want to play PvP, then you want to get your hands on those characters. It wouldn't actually be a bad thing to reroll for them, just to make your life easier in the future, because they're very, very OP, just for the fact that they have 10 seconds invincibility. For the first 10 seconds, no matter what, they're taking no damage, and they can't even be inflicted with status elements. Even outside of that, Jugram also is just very OP for the fact that he has Poise, Pierce Barrier, obviously he has Flurry with a 20% bruiser on the lower end, but it doesn't matter too much. He has Brave Battle Counter, so whenever someone does damage to him, which again, he's immune for 10 seconds, they're also taking 20% of that damage back to them. It's somewhat gimmicky, like you don't really ever notice it, but it is there sometimes. You can actually lose, especially if you are going with the Tokinada or Masaki strategy and you are going against Jugram. That can actually ruin that strategy. So it's a gimmick at the end of the day, but it is still there, and it can help you win games, but very rarely does it actually do that. He also has a Stern Ritter Killer, so he is good against, you know, a Wetsu, even though he's rarely ever seen. You do see Ichibei a lot, and even though he is a speed character, so technically Ichibei should be tankier against the Jugram. Because Jugram does have the Squad Zero Killer, he basically just annihilates Ichibei's, and he also has Weaken and everything. So Jugram's just a very, very good PP character. Now the second best PP character in the game, going alongside Tsukushima, who again is also coming out on the 24th. So if you want to play PvP and you want to go for those two characters, it's going to be tough, but, you know, you got to pick and choose what you want to summon for. I would actually say that this banner has more value. Tsukushima is actually the better character, so if you only care about PvP, probably summon for Tsukushima. But if you want to just collect manga characters, which I like doing, I'm trying to get all the manga characters in the game, whether they're good or bad. I didn't really talk about these three characters here because they're just okay characters. They're very, very old, but they're still usable, more so Renji than the other two, but they can be used, and they're mainly collector purposes if you want to actually use them, right? So if you do want to go for these characters, if you are missing most of them, then I would definitely recommend doing a few multis on this banner because it's not a bad thing, right? The value's there, there's no bad fillers, and very rarely do we ever get to say that. So that being said, let's do some summons, right? Let's do some simulated pulls. Let's see what we do get. So the 50 on multi is the 3%. We got shafted there. Another 3%. This is very common. Like the first 3 or so multis that you do on this like rotation is always going to be like just 4 stars because, you know, 3% rates unless you get very lucky. This is where we start to get, I believe, the 6%. We're still getting shafted, and then this is the 8% multi with a guaranteed 5-star. So at this point, you would hope to get multiple in one, right? And we just got a Renji. Okay, not the best, not the best. Let's just keep going, right? Let's just see what we get when we do 10 steps, which would cost you like almost 2,000 orbs. And so we got 2 in 1 there, and we did get Kiryu last multi, and I kind of skipped that, and that was the guaranteed step. We got a Rukia and a Tendril right there, not bad. I got a Bazby there, okay, lovely. Nothing there. 14. Got another Tendril. That's actually not too bad. I think Tendril's one of the better ones to actually get. And then let's do step 15, which is the guaranteed, with hopefully 2 in 1. Only a 1 there. But in 2,700 orbs, we got a few manga characters, we got a few dupes of Tendril too, which isn't a bad thing. He's going to be very good in GQ if you do have him duped out. And that's basically it. Do keep in mind, you're not guaranteed anything. The rates can be iffy on this banner, but overall, if you are someone that is missing a lot of 1,000 characters, especially the ones in this banner right here, then I would definitely recommend doing a few multis, right? Just to test your luck and try and get your hands on them. Always do the first step. You should be doing that regardless of me saying you should do it or not. It's always a must do because, you know, 50 orbs, at worst, you're going to lose 50 orbs. If you get something new, you got a new character, and you're also made profit. So definitely do the first multi, but then it comes down to you if you want to keep summoning on this banner to try and go for these characters. And like I said, the value is there. So if you are summoning on this banner, let me know in the comments below. If you are, good luck. I wish you luck. I'm going to be skipping it because I basically have everyone here, so I don't need to summon, and I'm going to be saved for end of month. Again, like I said at the start of the video, if you are low on orbs and you want to see what end of month is going to be, wait till the 28th. We're going to find out then. This banner will still be out, so you don't need to stress. You don't have to pull straight away. Just do the first multi. Just save your orbs until you know what's coming out, and then you can pull whatever you want. That being said, if you guys did enjoy the video, and I'll see you lads in the next one. Peace.